like when I think about it, that's why I was concerned about Deshaun, right? Got concerned about Deshaun because I know that the talent's there, right? And I'm so glad to see him play the way he played against Jacksonville. And that's going to help like rev the confidence back up because you need to see yourself doing great things, right? And he played really, really well against Jacksonville. Stats may not reflect like he played as well as he did, but he played at a high level. Now he's in a situation like, after I just destroyed my shoulder, I'm back now, and I know that I can do the things that I wanted to do when I came out here, right? He doesn't just think it, he knows it, and you get to have confidence from that.
Yeah, if people didn't check it out, see what Quincy had to say about the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson, our story at the site, the Deshaun Watson question. I thought that you just put that whole situation perfectly too, and saying that confidence is a muscle. You know, I've never really thought of it like that. It's something that you have to train. And I think you compared it to like a bench press. If you're benching, 225 X amount of reps and you don't do it for 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever it is, you try to do it again, you're not going to be able to put up that many reps. I got the sense that Deshaun Watson's confidence from you has been wavering, maybe not what it once was. Where do you think his confidence muscle is right now? Week 3 of this season, he tries to kind of recapture what he once was as a football player.
Yeah, and the way I say, like, the way that I mean to put that is like, it's hard to have confidence in things you're not seeing yourself do right now, right? So you can think that, yeah, I'm going to be back to the old Deshaun Watson, but it's hard if you haven't seen it in the application. So I'm not sure it's something that he was thinking, but I just think that for anybody, it's hard to, like the first time you did a podcast, right? You're like, I think I can do a really good one, but I'm not sure. Like you just are absent a level of confidence just because you haven't felt it. So, but I'm so happy about the place that he's in right now, right? In terms of seeing himself do it on the field. I knew that he had a great off season, and that's why I was a little frustrated to kind of see that first week, like everything not clicked the way it should have clicked. But I knew his off season was really good, and now I just see the sky being the limit for him and that Cleveland Browns football team.
Why is that? What else do you see in him and the team in general?
Yeah, so they have, I think everybody knows that's one of the best defenses in the NFL, right? So the defense is unquestioned high level. Then I think that him and his receivers are starting to like get on the same page. It's starting to click a little bit. They got more drops than anybody in the league right now. I don't think that's something that's going to stay consistent. I think that they'll change really, really quickly. I think that they're going to just regress in terms of the number of drops, and they'll be able to continue to make explosive plays. And then there's a throw that he had to Judy. Right, it's a concept I've seen him run a bunch of times. Number 2 runs out. Number 1 runs his corner right behind it. When he threw that ball, I'm like, oh, he's confident in his arm, right? And the confidence in the arm was the thing that I was really worried about just because he hadn't thrown in a game with that repaired shoulder. Seeing him let that ball rip at that particular moment and having enough juice, hitting Jerry Jeudy in the hands, I'm like, all right, my guy's back. Like he's feeling good about himself. And of course he does all the things in the pocket where he's not letting one defender bring him down. There's so many times where he evaded the rush, extended the play and through either completion or first down in situations where they really needed it. So seeing all that from him is nothing but promising.
Yeah, I think after the deep shot to Jeudy, that's when he had the play kind of darting and dancing and improvising. I mean, that looked like 2018, 2019 Deshaun Watson, getting outside of the pocket. And, every coach, every player that talks about noise and distractions, and we got into this as well before, and he has strongly denied the latest allegations to come out. But knowing Deshaun Watson on a personal level, how is he kind of, you can't really compartmentalize this stuff, but dealing with everything that is said day to day, let alone week to week.
Yeah, I think he's dealing with it as well as you can. I think that he's confident in who he is as a person and the things that he knows he has or knows that he hasn't done. He's vehemently denied what's going on. So that's my guy. I'm rolling with him, and that's what he says, and then I'm going to trust that. And I know that the situation will work out in the way that it's supposed to.
Do I need to give you a chance to respond to your old pal Sean King at all on this podcast? I don't know if you caught what Sean said.
No, what Sean said, I didn't see it.
Oh, it was all right. I got to find it. It was in our story a couple weeks. So are you guys friends? He said you're friends.
Yeah, so when Sean King played for the Buccaneers,
Played for your dad, right?
yeah, my dad was a coach. So I've known him since I was a youngster.
Okay. Well, I did tell, so I had him on. We did like an NFC South
Hmm.
preview, and we're just, Sean, we get talking about this quarterback and that quarterback. And I think I referenced, confidence is a muscle and how powerful that can be for your guy, Deshaun. And Sean said that you guys are friends, but then he was pretty scathing. He said that Deshaun's been awful, not average, awful. That it seems like every time he plays bad, it's an injury. Is this a little boy crying wolf? You get the money, you got the bag, and it goes on and on and on and on. He says he doesn't want to hear about Deshaun talking about fit. He doesn't want to hear this, hear that. He let it rip, Quincy, your old pal Sean.
I think that you could say some of those things, but I don't. I mean, this year, I don't think he said anything after game one about injury. I think he just said, like, I didn't play well enough and agreed. And I think that when your shoulder is literally broken and you have to have surgery, which requires you to be out for the whole year, like, I don't know what you want somebody to say. In fact, with that same broken shoulder, he played great against the Ravens, right? That second versus Ravens, which was the last snaps that he played of that season, was with that same fractured shoulder, right? And he just, for people to say that somebody is not tough or question those things, it's crazy to me, especially when the doctors are like, yeah, it's broken, right? We have to have surgery and he can't use his arm. So I'll just say that Sean was wrong there. I think that he probably knows he's wrong. So I'm not paying much attention to that. And then
We're
there's people
trying to
like,
kind of get a beef going here is what we're
yeah,
trying.
no beef for me. But then you have silly people like Brady Quinn who are talking about it originally, right? Oh, we
Yeah.
think this or that. Like, he looks stupid. Like, his shoulder was
That's right. You and Brady
mangled.
went at it. I forgot about that.
Because Brady's a clown. But his shoulder was mangled. Got surgery, got it fixed. And I think that we're going to see, I think the Cleveland Browns are going to see exactly who they wanted to see when they made that trade.